The American Revolutionary War, spanning from 1775 to 1783, was a pivotal conflict that reshaped the course of history. It marked the 13 American colonies' struggle for independence from British rule. Tensions had been brewing for years, fueled by issues such as taxation without representation, the imposition of British laws, and a growing desire for self-governance. The war was not just a battle for territory, it was a fight for the very ideals of liberty, democracy, and the rights of individuals. As the colonies united against a common enemy, they began to forge a new identity, one that would lay the groundwork for the United States of America. The seeds of revolution were sown long before the first shots were fired. Events like the Stamp Act of 1765 and the Townshend Acts of 1767 ignited outrage among colonists. The Boston Tea Party in 1773 became a symbol of resistance, as colonists protested against British taxation by dumping tea into Boston Harbor. Tensions escalated further with the Intolerable Acts, which were punitive measures imposed by Britain in response to the Boston Tea Party. These acts galvanized the colonies, leading to the formation of the First Continental Congress in 1774, where delegates from 12 colonies gathered to discuss a unified response to British aggression. This was a crucial step towards collective action and rebellion. The war officially began on April 19, 1775, with the battles of Lexington and Concord. These skirmishes marked the first military engagements between British troops and colonial militias. The phrase, "the shot heard round the world," encapsulates the significance of this moment, as it signaled the start of a revolutionary movement that would inspire countless others. As the conflict escalated, the Second Continental Congress convened, appointing George Washington as the commander of the Continental Army. Washington's leadership would prove essential in uniting the colonies and strategizing against the formidable British forces. Throughout the war, several key battles defined the struggle for independence. The Battle of Bunker Hill in June 1775 demonstrated that colonial forces could stand up to the British Army, despite ultimately losing the battle. The winter at Valley Forge in 1777 tested the resolve of Washington's troops, but it also became a turning point as they emerged stronger and more disciplined. The Battle of Saratoga in 1777 was another significant turning point, as it resulted in a decisive victory for the Americans and convinced France to enter the war as an ally, providing crucial military support. This alliance shifted the balance of power and bolstered the morale of the American forces. The involvement of foreign powers played a critical role in the outcome of the Revolutionary War. France, motivated by a desire to weaken Britain, provided the Americans with military aid, supplies, and naval support. The contributions of individuals like Marquis de Lafayette, a French nobleman who became a key general in the Continental Army, were invaluable. Spain and the Netherlands also offered support, further stretching British resources. The international dimension of the conflict highlighted the global implications of the American struggle for independence, as it became a part of a larger contest for power among European nations. The war drew to a close with the British defeat at the Siege of Yorktown in 1781. General Cornwallis's surrender to Washington's combined American and French forces effectively ended major combat operations. The Treaty of Paris was signed in 1783, officially recognizing the independence of the United States and establishing its borders. The war's conclusion was not just a military victory, it represented the triumph of Enlightenment ideals and the birth of a new nation founded on principles of liberty and equality. The American Revolutionary War left a profound legacy that extends far beyond the borders of the United States. It inspired revolutionary movements around the world, from the French Revolution to independence struggles in Latin America and beyond. The principles enshrined in the Declaration of Independence, such as the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, became foundational tenets for democratic societies. The war also set the stage for the creation of the US Constitution, establishing a framework for governance that balanced power and protected individual rights. The sacrifices made during the war and the ideals fought for continue to resonate, reminding us of the ongoing quest for freedom and justice.